There is a fifth dimension, beyond that which is known to ponies. It is a dimension as colorful as a rainbow, and as cute as kittens. It is the middle ground between acquaintances and companion, between harmony and chaos, and it lies between the pit of Pony's apprehension and the summit of his knowledge. This is the dimension of togetherness, and it is an area which we call the Friendship Zone.
Perfect for something like a series finale, but the fact it's just a season finale, it was amazing, and it was also really good to have Sombrero back.
Okay, where the heck did you come from, and what maniac gave you a license to drive a DeLorean?
Oh, Redcord, you don't need a license for a time machine. But enough about that.
Barstool. Summer, 6 months later. Young stallion of the Riff Cafe named Channel Hopper. Age, late 20s. Occupation, content creator. Channel Hopper, a rather small component in today's daily posting standard. An exhausted, overworked fellow whose content drive has come to a complete stop in a never-ending freeway of demanding viewers. In just a moment, Channel Hopper will have to clear his schedule to write a final script. Because as of 3 o'clock this summer afternoon, his channel will be monitored by Mr. Bot.
You could have warned me first.
Hey, Channel.
Hey, Channel.
Hi, Channel.
Hey there, youngsters. How you all doing?
Good.
Wonderful. Hey, I got something very special. You wanna see?
Oh, yes, please. Let me see.
Alrighty then. Here it is.
Wow.
It's awesome.
It's so
This is really
cool.
cool.
Squeeze him, he talks.
There's a chicken in my soup.
Are you gonna use it in your work, Mr. Hopper?
All in due time. Oh, speaking of which, I should probably get back to work on my next video. But don't worry, I haven't forgot about the one I promised you, Cadet.
Thanks, Mr. Hopper.
Good day, everyone.
Bye, Mr. Hopper.
Goodbye, Mr. Hopper.
Hey, aren't you that guy I saw standing next to the cafe stage? You were writing an awful lot in that little handbook of yours.
You are Channel Hopper, correct?
That's right. Channel Hopper, your cartoon and animation fanatic. Is there something I can help you with? Maybe video editing, or script writing, or...
Oh no, Mr. Hopper, I'm not here for any service offers. Now, let's get down to business.
Oh, alright then.
Channel Hopper, age 24, is that right?
That's correct.
Occupation, content creator, correct?
Yes, that's right, but who exactly are you?
Joined YouTube on Wednesday, October 17th, 2012.
October 17th, that's correct.
Formerly known as Redcord MLP, produced a total of 112 videos, accumulating approximately 1,106,388 views and 6,288 subscribers.
Again, yes, that's correct. Wow, you guys keep a record of everything, don't you?
We must. It's how we stay efficient in our work. Now, today is the 9th of October, and your termination is midnight tonight.
Termination? For what? Oh, excuse me. Hey, Cadet.
My script sounds a bit off, Mr. Hopper. Can you take a look at it?
Of course. Come on in. Let's see what you got here. Ah, look right here. See this paragraph where Applejack is just wandering around the spa?
Yes.
I would provide less work for the audience by presenting your knowledge of the character instead of discussing the scene in order to justify her actions, such as we know it's filler, but why would the character do this? That's where you come in.
Oh, I get it now.
Other than that, the rest of the script looks pretty sound to me. Would you like to take a look for yourself?
That won't be necessary.
Thanks, Channel. This looks a lot better.
You're welcome, Cadet. Oh, would you like to introduce yourself to the gentleman here?
What gentleman?
That gentleman.
There's nobody there.
Mr. Hopper, she can't see me or hear me.
How come?
How come what, Channel?
How come you can't see or hear him?
See who? Anyways, thanks again for your help, Channel.
Anytime, Cadet.
See you around.
Take care. I must be losing my mind.
Mr. Hopper. Mr. Hopper, only those who are about to conclude can see me. Now, don't you think you should be getting ready?
Ready for what?
For your termination.
My termination to what?
You still don't get it. I'll never understand this type of behavior. You think that with all the hard work and perks we give to keep you all afloat, that eventually we'll have to draw the line somewhere. And we did. You're going to have to end sometime.
End? You mean I'm...
That's right, Mr. Hopper, and I can't believe it's taking you this long to figure it out. Think of all those other creators who break the rules and ignore our guidelines. These are troublemakers. We don't need to warn them in advance. You, on the other hoof, fall under the category of inactive.
inactive? Okay, I'm getting tired of this. Just who are you and why are you here?
Mr. Hopper, I don't know what else to do other than draw you a picture. If you still don't know who I am, then you're more dense than a comment section.
Wobbly, timey-wimey Wolfkeen. Time travel's confusing enough without throwing magic into the mix.
You're a bot.
Exactly, Mr. Hopper. Now, back to the matter at Hoof. The termination of your channel is set for midnight tonight. And no need to worry about your existing videos. They'll be stored in our database for a period of approximately—
Now wait a minute. You're not taking my channel. Don't I have anything to say in this?
We do listen to appeals, but frankly, Mr. Hopper, there's very little we could do for you in your case. We only have 3 major appeals when it comes to termination of inactive channels. The first one is monetary expenses, channels that provide income for living expenses. Now, would the termination of your channel affect your living arrangements in any way?
Well, no, I have another job that pays the bills.
The second one is a spotless record, meaning channels that have no claims, strikes, or any pending disputes. So, does your channel have a spotless record?
No, not quite, sadly. What's the third one?
Well, we rarely use this one. Unfinished projects of an important nature. Now, do you have any unfinished projects?
Oh yes, I do. I do have an unfinished project. You see, I never reviewed Season 6. That's it. I never reviewed Season 6 of MLP.
Insufficient, Mr. Hopper. Our records show that you don't have any scripts or assets made for reviews regarding that particular season. Anything else?
Oh, okay. Then, I never got to do a fully animated music video, so I should get an extension until I learn how to animate and make that video, right? No?
No, I'm sorry. We mean something that you've yearned for. Something you've always wanted to do on this channel, which, given enough time, would allow you to complete it.
Well, there is one thing that I've always wanted to do.
What would that be, Mr. Hopper?
Well, between me and you, I've always had one video in mind for my OC. I've always wanted to do a video that makes him into a truly memorable character, someone that fans will write fanfics about, or make an AMV for him, and maybe someday even a cartoon about him. You know, one for,
An audience?
Yes, that's it. One for an audience. You see, I've always had a heart for cartoons. They've been my whole life, and finishing this video would really mean a lot to me. It would mean that I left behind something that will last forever, from generation to generation.
I see. The only problem is that you would require a delay for
Until I finish my project. You know, so my OC will leave behind a memorable performance?
The one for an audience?
Yes, one for an audience.
Very well, Mr. Hopper, I can set something up for your channel.
You mean it? I don't have to go?
Not until you finish your project, Mr. Hopper. Now, when can we expect the video to be completed?
Oh, well, these things take time. I mean, I got some poses to make, audio to record, I have to find an animator, and...
I understand. Just be sure to keep me informed. We wouldn't want you to get distracted.
No worries, I'll get started right now. Thanks again. Oh sure, I'll get started alright. I'll start by never making another video again. Ah!
Mr. Hopper, if I didn't know any better, I'd say that you are planning to procrastinate on this project.
Well, as a famous blue-vested pig once stuttered, that's all, folks. That'll show him.
Oh, Mr. Hopper, you should not have done that.
Hey, we made a deal. You can't touch my channel until I finish my last video.
If you continue to be this stubborn, I will have to make other arrangements.
Well, I don't care. There's nothing you can do or say that will make me finish that video. What happened? What's going on? Wolf King, what happened here?
It's Cadet. Her channel just got hit with 3 strikes. She had no video or community guideline violations, and yet she lost it all in a flash. And without a channel, she won't survive very long in the rift.
Well, did she file an appeal? Someone get the doc down here.
I'll go.
Cadet, don't worry. We'll get the doc down here and he'll fix everything.
Channel?
Yeah?
Who's that over there?
You see him too?
Yes. Who is he?
Now you listen here. You can't take her channel. She's done nothing wrong. Take my channel. I don't need it anymore. Do you hear me? Don't take her channel. Well, Doc?
It's hard to say. We've done all we can with the appeals process, but we'll know by midnight if it worked.
By midnight?
Exactly, Mr. Hopper. Now, back to the matter at Hoof. The termination of your channel is set for midnight tonight.
Wait, Doc, isn't there anything else we can?
I'm sorry, but there's nothing else we can do at this point. Good night, Mr. Hopper.
He'll be back at midnight. But I'll be ready for him.
Good evening, Mr. Hopper.
You can't do this, you know.
Mr. Hopper, I'm just doing my job.
Mr. Bot, she's just starting out. She's not ready to quit just yet. But I'm ready to.
I'm sorry, Mr. Hopper, but I already filed the takedown. It's impossible to change it now. Her channel will go down at midnight, and I have to respond, not a minute later.
And what if you don't respond?
Well, it would be unheard of and would mean her channel goes back up, but that's never happened before.
I see.
What are you doing, Mr. Hopper?
Oh, just posting a video.
At this late at night?
Oh, I don't have a set schedule. I just post them whenever they're ready.
Not a lot of people are up at this time.
Oh, they will be. I'm awake, and you're awake too, aren't you?
That's right, but I'm hardly an audience.
How do you know? Have you ever watched my videos? Here, check it out.
Hilarious! That was a good one. Truly an outstanding video.
Yes, I agree.
The backstory was something I did not expect to happen.
And to think I was going to cut the scene out completely, but I'm glad I kept it in the final piece. This was something I wanted to do for a long time, and it only took me this long to finally finish it.
Well, I'm glad you did. I'm surprised at how much work you put into it given the little material you had to work with.
Oh, anything's possible with a little hard work, a few tools, and most of all, a little time.
Oh no, it's midnight! It's midnight and I've missed the deadline!
Everything worked, Miss Cadet. Just be sure to read the terms of agreement before posting any other videos and you'll be fine.
Thanks for your service, Doc. You're a lifesaver.
It's good to be helping.
Doctor?
Mr. Hopper?
Well, Mr. Hopper, you've made me miss the deadline. That's 2 appointments I've missed today.
Yeah, and all it took was one video. A good one, too. Kinda like the video I told you about. One that could be good enough for TV.
One for an audience?
Exactly. Well, I guess this means I have to go, right?
A deal is a deal. After you, Mr. Hopper.
Thanks. Oh, would you mind if I do one last thing before we go?
Sure, make it quick.
Okay, lead the way.
Channel hopper. Age, late 20s. Occupation, content creator. Formerly a component of the Bronalysis community. Formerly a rather small component in today's standard. But throughout his life, a creator beloved by his friends and viewers, and therefore a very special component. Couldn't happen, you say? Well, probably not in most cases, but it did happen. In the Friendship Zone.